Hello, I'm Mindy McDowell with St. Joseph's Children's Wellness and Safety Center, and today we're going to bring you a program called You First. So in order to put you first, we need to take care of our insides and our outsides. So let's go ahead and get started with how we can take care of our outsides. One really good way is washing our hands. Now when we wash our hands, you know you want to use soap and water. And you want to wash them for at least 20 seconds. Let's make sure that we grab those paper towels or that towel and dry our hands when we're finished. Let's not stop with just washing our hands. We also have to wash the rest of our body too. So we need to make sure that we're getting a bath or a shower at least once a day and cleaning the rest of our bodies. Sometimes if we're out, we're getting sweaty, lots of exercise, especially summer or with our heat, Florida heat, we might need to do it twice. Make sure we're staying clean. Our teeth, don't forget about your teeth. Hopefully you are all brushing your teeth at least twice a day so that we keep our teeth healthy and strong. And then lastly, just for today, for the sake of this, I want to mention sunscreen. We need to make sure that we're keeping our skin healthy. In order to do that, we need to make sure that we're putting on some type of sunscreen when we go out. And with this one, I want to mention, it does not matter how long you're going to be out in the sun, and it doesn't necessarily matter what tone, what shade your skin is. We all need to be wearing some type of skin protection. Okay, let's transition just a little bit to how we can stay healthy on the inside, since we've talked a lot about being healthy on the outside. Two ways that we can do that: the way that we're eating and exercise, our physical activity. So first, let's talk about what we're eating. And to do that, I have my plate over here for you to check out. And basically, I think my plate is a nice map for how we can eat, because it gives you all 5 of our food groups. You can see our fruits, our vegetables, our grains, proteins, and dairy are all listed here. So we really need to make sure we're getting all 5 of our food groups when we eat. And you'll notice on the My Plate, half of your plate consists of fruits and vegetables. So just another point to keep in mind when you sit down to eat and make up that plate. I've got some samples of fruits. Grapes, for instance, would be a great snack for you to grab a hold of. Another, a vegetable, good one snack-wise, some carrots. You want to change up the carrots a little bit, get some dip to put your carrots in. Sometimes you like carrots cooked, some people like carrots raw. Mainly we just want to make sure that we're getting those fruits and vegetables into our diet. Now let's transition a bit from the food, and I mentioned physical activity or exercise, and you can see from our table we have lots of different examples of that. So I want to hit 2 points here. With the exercise, we're going for 60 minutes. That's 1 whole hour. But the cool part with that is it doesn't matter what you do. You just have to get moving. We just have to work the heart. Give the heart a workout. So you can throw a ball, you can jump rope, you can do something fun like use some exercise dice. You can get out on your bicycle, which I'm sure we're going to hear about as part of this presentation. You can swim, get out in some water when it's hot out. Whatever you do, just make sure that at the end of the day you add up your minutes, and all in all you've got 60. So the other neat thing, I mentioned 2 cool parts about that. You can do 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, take a break from your work, or get up from the computer, get up from a television show, go outside, go walk the dog. Just at the end of the day, you want to add all that up and get 60 minutes at least. Okay, let's talk bike safety. First and foremost, we must always wear our helmets when riding a bicycle. Also, the sidewalk will always be your safest place to ride. And then third, please make sure that you wear some bright clothing when you're out riding. And that's even if it's in the middle of the day. So I mentioned helmets. Probably the most important part when riding a bike for you to remember from this. So I have a friend with me today that I want to go over helmet fitting just to make sure that you've got a helmet on properly. And we use a little rule when we fit helmets. It's called 2v1. So my friend's going to help us. We're going to go ahead and fit the helmet and show them how to get it on properly. So let's put this on, and we use this rule called 2v1. Now the 2 in 2v1 goes up on our foreheads. We take 2 fingers, just like that, perfect, and we put our 2 fingers on the forehead right above the eyebrows, and it should go right under where the top of the helmet meets your forehead. And you'll need to adjust it if it needs to go a little higher or lower so that you've just got the 2 finger space. Good, awesome. And then we're gonna go ahead and snap her strap. She's moving on to our V. Looky there, she's making our V's. Our V's go right around the ears, and that's where the straps of the helmet go around your ears. Go ahead and turn to the side and show them those V's. See the nice V's around her ears? Awesome. And then the 1 in our 2B1 is your chin strap. So we check she should have 1 finger space, and see how a little bit loose, isn't it? A little bit. Yeah, so what we would do is you just tighten it just a tad. You can adjust your straps, and then we would redo it. Hold on, friend. Now check it. Now you've got 1 finger. Awesome. And then there's a little wheel in the back of the helmet. Let's turn around, let's show them that wheel. This wheel, you can turn it to the left and loosen it up when you're first putting the helmet on, but then when you're all finished, you want to kind of adjust that back to the right so it's snug but not too tight, because then when my friend turns back around, she should be able to nod yes and then not no, and see how her helmet's not moving. Awesome. Now she's ready to safely ride. Great. Let's move on to our next safety topic.
Let's talk about car seat safety. Do you know that each time you get in the car, you need to make sure that you're riding safely? The front seat is for adults and teenagers. If you're not a teenager, do you know where the safest place to sit is? It's the back seat. Also, it's important to know if you're ready to be out of a booster or if it's important for you to continue riding in a booster. The way we decide who rides in a booster is how tall you are. I have my chart here that tells us that if you are less than 4 feet 9 inches tall, you should be riding in a booster each and every time you're in the car. I have a friend with me today who's going to help us learn about when the right time to go out of your booster seat is. Come stand right up here. On our sign here, it tells us how tall we need to be when we outgrow our booster. You can see that my friend is 4 feet tall. She's going to stay in a booster until she's 4 feet 9 inches tall. So until she continues growing to here, the safest way for her to be in the car is in a booster seat. A booster seat helps kids ride the right way in the car. A booster seat helps raise you up so you can see out the windows really well. Also, it helps you so that your knees bend and your legs aren't going straight out touching the seat in front of you. When you buckle your booster seat, you want to make sure that your belt goes low across your hips like this, and that the shoulder strap comes and hits you right here above the shoulder. This way you know that you are safe each and every time you're riding in the car. Moving on to the next safety segment.
The next safety topic we're going to talk about is water safety, and there are some very important rules you need to follow. The number 1 rule is only play in or around the water when a grown-up is watching, and be sure to listen to the grown-up or the lifeguard in charge. The second rule, wear a life jacket anytime you are on a boat or you are in challenging water. I have a friend here that's going to help us fit into a life jacket just right. So come on over, friend. All right, my friend here knows that she needs to wear a life jacket anytime she's in a boat or in challenging water. So I'm going to put this life jacket on and make sure that it fits securely by buckling all 3 buckles. 1, 2, and 3. My friend is ready to ride safely on a boat or to deal with water that might be a little too challenging for her. The next rule I want to talk about with you is that you need to look before you leap. And what I mean is, never dive into water if you don't know how deep it is. Also, even jumping into water when you don't know what's underneath can be dangerous. There could be rocks under there that you could get hurt with. You don't want to hurt your head or your body in any way by jumping into unfamiliar water. Another thing you want to remember is that you need to watch the weather. If you hear thunder or see lightning, you need to get out of the pool and to a dry indoor space as quick as you can. The next very important rule to follow for water safety is to learn to swim. Everybody needs to learn how to swim, and learning to float is one of the first steps. If you've ever seen playful otters in the water, they are excellent floaters, and my friends here are going to show you just how an otter can float so that when that otter floats, he can relax in the water. Would you like to take an otter and put him in the water? He's going to go in on his belly, boop, and now he's on his back. You too, would you like to let that otter float for us? Okay. In on his belly, and now he's on his back. When you float, you can relax with your head back and your belly up and just breathe. My two friends here are going to show us how they can relax and float just like the otters did. All right, are you ready, girls? All right, let's see. Push off and float. Oh, great job. Their heads are back, their bellies are up, and they're breathing and comfortable.
Thank you so much for watching You First. Be safe on your bicycle.
In the car.
And in the water.
For more information, please visit us at stjoeskids.org.